Hello students, today we are going to see the second term science, lesson 1, food. Our body needs nutrients like proteins, carbohydrates and fats for its proper functioning. From where we get all these proteins, carbohydrates and fats? We get from the food we eat. We get these nutrients from the food we eat. If we don't take all these nutrients in right proportion, it results in diseases. Okay. If we don't preserve the food properly, it gets spoiled. By intaking the spoiled food, we get diseases. Spoilage of food. Food items like fruits, vegetables, milk and meat will be fresh for very short time. All these things will be fresh for only for a short time. These are called perishable foods and get spoiled, and they get spoiled easily. Some food items like rice have long lifetime, but they also decompose. The change in the normal state of the food is called spoilage of food and becomes unsuitable to eat. Eating spoiled food results in diseases. Fruits, vegetables, milk and all will be fresh only for a very short time. But rice and all, it will have long lifetime, but it also decomposes. The change in the normal state of the food is known as a spoilage of food. It is not suitable to eat. Okay, the eating spoiled food will result in diseases. Let us see the causes for the spoilage of food. Once the food items are harvested, they begin to decompose. Food can be spoiled by factors like air and oxygen, moisture, enzymes, microorganisms, light and temperature. Once the food are harvested, they begin to decompose by the factors like air and oxygen, moisture, enzymes, microorganisms, light and temperature. Let us see one by one. First we see air and oxygen. When oxygen reacts with food contents, it produces changes in the color and flavor of the food. When the oxygen in the air reacts with the food contents, it produces changes in the color and flavor of the food. Next, moisture. Moisture keeps the food fresh. When the moisture is gone, vegetables and fruits shrink. Due to evaporation, moisture loss occurs in foods like meat, fish and cheese. When there is water content in the food, it is fresh. When the moisture is gone, vegetables and fruits shrink. Due to evaporation, moisture loss occurs in the food like meat, fish and cheese. When the water content in the food is evaporated, it loses its water content. So, the food like meat, fish and cheese shrink. Next, enzymes. Enzymes break down the tissues and components of the food in different ways like oxidation, browning and ripening. So, the food items decay. Enzymes break down the tissues of the food in different ways like oxidation, browning and ripening. So, the food items decay. Next, microorganisms. Microorganisms such as fungi, yeast and bacteria can grow well in low temperature. They multiply in food and spoil them. In low temperature, the microorganism like fungi, yeast and all will grow well. They multiply in the food and they spoil the food. Light. Light produces color changes and also vitamin loss. Okay, when we keep the bread in the sun and all, what happens? The color changes and also it loses its vitamin. Temperature. Sometimes rise in temperature causes food spoilage. When there is a rise in temperature, there will be a food spoilage. Sometimes rise in temperature causes food spoilage. Till now we study the causes of the food spoilage. Okay. Now we are going to see the effects. Effects. Spoiled foods are not suitable to eat. They may not be fresh and tasty. Sometimes it will be harmful to consume them. Microorganisms present in spoiled foods may cause foodborne diseases like stomach pain, fever, dysentery, vomiting and indigestion. Spoiled food is not good to eat. Okay. They may not be fresh and tasty. It won't be tasty. It won't be fresh also. Sometimes it will be harmful to consume them. So sometimes it may cause diseases. So microorganisms present in the spoiled food may cause diseases like stomach pain, fever, dysentery, vomiting and indigestion. If the food is not good, you must not eat. Okay. Next, preservation of food. The process of keeping the food materials for a long time without getting spoiled is called preservation of food. If we do not preserve the food materials in a right way, it gets spoiled. So there are many methods to prevent, delay and reduce the spoilage of food. First method, food preservation method. Cultivation of food requires lot of effects. Nowadays, food cultivation and the crop yield are decreasing. There are many people suffering in the world without food. So we need to protect and preserve the food. Nowadays, food cultivation and the crop yield are decreasing. So many people in the world are suffering without food. So we have to protect the food and preserve the food. Following are the ways to preserve the food. First one, drying. It is the removal of water content from the food by drying it in the sunlight. It is the removal of the water content from the food by drying it in the sunlight. If you dry the grains and all, the water content from the grains will remove and it can be preserved for a long time. Okay, so for drying is one method. Next, addition of salt. When salt is added to food, it removes the water from the food. Example, fish pickles. In the fish pickles and all, they add they add salt to remove the water content from the food. So it can be preserved for a longer time. Addition of sugar. When sugar is added to food, it dissolves in the water content of the food and preserves the food items from spoilage. Example, jam, fruit juice. When sugar is added to fruits and all, what happens? It dissolves in the water content of the food and preserves the food from spoilage. Example, in jam, fruit juice and all, they used to add sugar to preserve the food from spoilage. Freezing. The microbial growth and the enzyme activity on the frozen food items can be prevented by this method. Example, fruits, vegetables. If you keep the fruits and vegetables in the frozen method, we can avoid the growth of the microbial and the enzyme activity. Boiling. It kills the microorganisms present in the food materials. Example, milk, water. When you boil milk and water, what happens? It kills the microorganisms present in the food materials. Due to boiling, it kills the microorganisms. Canning and bottling. In this method, food is packed in airtight cans so that germs do not grow on them. Example, milk powder. Milk powder and all, it is packed in airtight cans. So that what happens? So that the germs cannot enter into the food, so it cannot spoil the food. So by packing in the tight cans, the germs cannot enter. Okay. Purpose of food preservation. Many people suffer in the world without food. So, food should not be wasted by any means. Preservation of food is important for the following reasons. To retain the color, taste and nutritive value of the food, to make food available throughout the year, to prevent the growth of microorganisms like bacteria and fungi in the food items, to reduce the wastage of food materials. Preserving food not only protects our health but also makes food available to the people who need it. Why we have to preserve the food? To make it available throughout the year, to prevent the growth of microorganisms like bacteria and fungi in the food items, have to reduce the wastage of food materials, and preserving food not only protects our health but also it makes available to the people who need it. Let me summarize what we have studied. We have studied about the causes of the spoilage of food: air and oxygen, moisture, enzymes, microorganisms, light, temperature. Then preservation of food. Food preservation methods. What are the food preservation methods? Drying, addition of salt, addition of sugar, freezing, boiling, canning, addition of chemicals. Then purpose of food preservation. Children, go through the lesson. This is part 1. Let us meet in part 2. Thank you, children.